Hello, welcome. Sorry about that weird chord there. Welcome to Fender Play Live. It's a backyard haircut edition, yet again, of Fender Play Live. I'm your host, Eugene Edwards, and today is part 2 of our deep dive into the sounds of Motown. This week, we've got a very special guest. We really do. And we're going to be hearing some performances of some Motown classics. Plus, we're announcing the winner of the Mod Shop Acoustasonic giveaway. So stay tuned. But first, please welcome my guest, the multi-instrumentalist and producer, Floyd Fuji, joining me live. Welcome back to the show, Floyd.
Thanks, man. Eugene, how you doing?
It is so good to see you, Floyd.
Likewise.
It's good to hear you. It's good. Now, for those of you watching, Floyd was featured on our Soul episode from last August. We had some difficulties last week, but we've got them all sorted out, and you're here now. Before we jump in, can you tell us what you're playing?
I'm playing this amazing American Ultra Strat in Ultra Burst. It's a really nice color. I've never had this like reddish orange before, but it finish is great. Neck is great. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I think it's called Cherry Burst, that particular color scheme, but
Right.
I'm sure people will correct me in the comment section. And I'm playing the Mod Shop acoustic. Oh, well, let's hear some of that Ultra Burst Ultra Strat.
Yeah. I love it.
That's pretty smooth. Yeah, it sounds like you love it.
Thanks.
As I was saying, I've got the Mod Shop Acoustasonic Telecaster, which apparently doesn't play B minor chords. No, it does. It does. I just had a problem with it. Speaking of, we'll be announcing the giveaway or the winner in this episode. That's going to get this lovely guitar. Now, Fender Play has a huge catalog of classic Motown artists like Diana Ross, Smokey Robinson, Temptations, and more. So we're going to highlight some of those artists by covering a few tunes. So let's get to it. And by the way, we are live, so drop your questions in the comments. We're going to kick it off with one of my favorite records of all time. This is one of the most well-known Motown artists, Marvin Gaye. And we're going to hear a song from him. Take it away, Floyd.
I've been really trying, baby, trying to hold back these feelings for so long. And if you feel like I feel, baby, come on, oh, come on, and let's get it on. Let's get it on. Sugar, yeah. We're all sensitive people with so much love to give. And since we've got to be here, let's live. Cause there's nothing wrong with me loving you. And giving yourself to me will never be wrong if the love is true. Don't you know how sweet and wonderful life could be? I'm asking you, baby, yeah, to get it on with me. Yeah. And I ain't gonna worry, babe. I ain't gonna push. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, baby. Stop beating around the bush. Oh, let's get it on.
That's tremendous. That's tremendous. You know, Floyd, because I'm so familiar with that record, that recording,
Right.
and then to hear one person and one instrument take on all of those elements that are on the record, it's very impressive, and it's a beautiful version. And of course, you had all these Motown songs that are on Fender plate from which to choose. Why did you choose this one? Let's talk about that.
I mean, it's a classic, first of all. You know, I think I listened to this the most growing up, whether it was in my grandma's car at home. And if I heard it, I knew I was probably going to be cleaning the house the whole day. That's just the vibe. The Virginia sound is influenced a lot by Motown too. But yeah, I like the chord changes. I think so. You know, there's a really majory, happy kind of sound to a lot of Motown, and I think this one is probably the happiest sounding, and it's just an expression. I like the expression of the lyrics and the way he emotes on the record.
And then let's talk about Marvin Gaye as an artist. And what you said you're from Virginia,
Yeah,
and Marvin was from the DC area. So I know he's almost like a folk hero in that part of the country. What's your take on Marvin as an artist overall?
overall, I think he was just vocally so dynamic. You know, he could hit the really low lows, but he could also hit that falsetto. And you know, in hip hop and rap music, it's all about the ad libs. You know, and
Yeah.
I think we were just talking about that. I think he has some of the best ad libs in R&B. You know, the ooh or the sugar, like stuff that's not necessarily the lyrics, but it sounds like it should be there. So
Yeah, that whoop that he gives in "Ain't No Mountain High Enough" right before the modulation. It's almost like he's just over Tammy Terrell's shoulder, and he can't handle how great this record is already. he just lets out this joy, like this woo.
yeah, you can
thing.
feel they
And
kept it in too.
it gives me chills every time. You know, he has that to me, he has the magic quality of a vocalist of making everything sound like I'm hearing it for the first time, even though it's the thousandth, you know?
Right.
And you know, and I think we were talking too about how he almost serves, he shows that full arc of that mid to late 20th century music, and that he starts as a doo-wop guy,
Right.
and he was a drummer. He played sessions. He was a session singer, and then he gets with Motown. He starts singing, getting R&B hits, and then he takes on the socially conscious material. And then towards the end of his life and work, we're hearing like a TR 808 on his records. I mean, he really you know, traveled a long distance and brought a lot of innovations with him. But yeah, Let's Get It On is a beautiful record, and that was a beautiful version. Everyone, you can learn this and several other Marvin Gaye songs on Play, such as we have Heard It Through the Grapevine, Gotta Give It Up, Inner City Blues, What's Going On. Check them all out. We have a question from the audience that segues nicely. Daniel Bobke asks, what defines the Motown sound for you, Floyd?
The Motown sound. I think, you know, at that time, even the studios they were using, because they're old, they kind of sound like rustic and, you know, tape machines and things like that. But I think it has to do with the simplicity in everything, from the, you know, it's really elaborate what they're doing as far as the chords and the instrumentation. But I think when you really break those songs down, like most of the Marvin Gaye Let's Get It On is 4 chords. And it's what's going on around it, the horns, but keeping that bass there. So it's kind of like a really tight rhythm section I think is the Motown sound with orchestration. So if you were to draw a picture, you know, it's the sun, the middle of the sun with the rays, and the rays are horn, strings, background singers, tambourines, what have you. But the sun is really that meat and potatoes, drums, Jamerson possibly on bass, and that sound.
When you say the simplicity, I think about how even we could have orchestration, we could have a lot of things on the records, but the intent or the feeling, the message is always crystal clear. Right. There's obviously this very romantic feel on Let's Get It On. It's very direct. You know, the paranoia of Heard It Through the Grapevine is there, no matter how many other instruments are there. It's very clear what's coming across. That's a great question, and that's a wonderful answer. Do you have another song for us?
Yeah, I can do one more.
All right, go for it. It's all yours. All right.
Okay.
I never can say goodbye. I never can say goodbye. Even through the pain and heartbreak seems to follow me where I go. Though I try and try to hide my feelings, they always seem to show. They say turn around, you fool. You know you love her more and more, but tell me why is it so? I never can say goodbye. I never can say goodbye. Every time I think I had enough, I start heading for the door. There's a very strange vibration piercing me right to the core. It says turn around, you fool. You know you love her more and more, but tell me why is it so? I never can say goodbye, love. I never can say goodbye. No, 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 oh. I never can say goodbye, no. I never can say goodbye. No, 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 no. I never can say goodbye. Never can say goodbye. Oh no, 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 no.
There he goes again. Floyd Fuji, Breaking Hearts. That was beautiful. Now, so that's Never Can Say Goodbye by the Jackson 5. Now, you chose this song for this week. I know that last week you intended on doing I'll Be There.
Right.
Why the Jackson 5?
I think as far as guitars go, on the Jackson 5 records, there's so many parts that are key. You know, David T. Walker's doing which is like, you know, every guitar player wants to do that when they hear it. I feel like I was like, I want to learn how to do that. It's so glossy and in the vein of Motown.
Yeah, and by the way, I mean, I hate to put you on the spot. Can we hear a little bit of I'll Be There? Just a taste of it.
We must bring salvation back. Where there is love, I'll be there. I'll be there to comfort you. I'll have faith in all you do. Where there is love, I'll be there.
Kind of butchered the lyrics a little bit. Sorry, Michael.
Hey, I'm still trying to live down that B minor chord at the top of the show, so it's cool. We have, that's wonderful. Thank you for doing that for me.
Of course.
We have a question from the audience. Stephen from YouTube asks: is the guitar predominantly a rhythm instrument in Motown?
It depends. I think it's always going to be, it's very rhythmic. I think, if you're hitting a pick against strings, the piano is technically a rhythmic instrument because things are hitting the strings, mallets are hitting the strings to produce a sound. But as far as like rhythm versus kind of sitting back and embellishing, I think it goes from song to song. You have some of the stuff like It's Your Thing, the Isley Brothers.
Yeah.
Like that's very rhythmic, and as opposed to the stuff that you get in some of the more Jackson 5 stuff. So it depends from artist to artist.
Right. I was almost immediately want to say yes, it is predominantly a rhythm instrument, but then I think of the intro to Tracks of My Tears, which are two guitars intertwined beautifully. Or there, I also think of a great technique to learn, and we'll ask Dylan if there's a particular Fender play lesson on this. Is just hitting those chords sharply on beats 2 and 4. We talked about it last week. How one of the session players is one of the Motown, the funk brother guitar players. His middle name was Chank because of that, because he
sound.
just Chank,
Yeah.
Chank, and how to make those chords percussive. That's part of the tambourine and the snare as they hit on the 2 and 4. So it's a great question. So yeah, it depends on the song, but with Motown, what isn't a percussion instrument? Honestly,
Everything.
Here's another question from Facebook. John Emmons asks, "How do you get the jazzy sound on the Strat?"
On the Strat. It definitely took a lot of trial and error. But if you have a Strat, it should be pretty simple.
What pickup are you on?
For most of what I just played, I'm on the neck.
Okay.
But when you get to the funkier stuff, you may want the middle pickup, like straight in the middle, the kind of Nile Rodgers-y. But I was talking to you earlier about how, some of the songs, the more bluesier they get, they're kind of the bridge pickup with the tone all the way down.
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff is really, really kind of, it cuts through and probably is a telly, honestly. But
I think it is. And also, it's probably a Telecaster on my Cherie Amour on those major 7th chords.
Yeah.
It's actually a very bright sound. Great question. Here's another question. Justin Kraft is asking, what settings would you use to dial in a Motown sound? And you pretty much just answered it. But also, I've been thinking about this lately too, and I know that I'm running this. When I'm like essentially on the Tele pickup on this Acoustasonic. I'm going into the Mustang GTX, and I found a setting called Basic Studio Pre, and then I put compression on top of that because, as we were discussing,
Right.
the Funk Brother guitar players were mostly going directly into the recording board. We now say DI, but it's going straight into the board, and then they had great compressors going through there. So I would start with a really clean sound, John, and then add some compression. I think you'll kind of hear that really direct, distinct sound, and then start to tailor it to your own taste. So that's I think that's my closest answer to that.
yeah, I agree.
Now, because you're essentially going direct right now, aren't you, Floyd?
Yeah, just a amp simulator. But that's the sound for sure. That's exactly what you were just saying.
Now, remember, everyone, you can learn these songs on Fender Play, plus some other Jackson 5 classics like I Want You Back and ABC. That's one of my favorite bass lines of all time.
Yeah.
But here's the big moment here. It's the giveaway announcement. We're going to be hearing an original song from you, Floyd, here in a moment. But first, I think it's time to announce the winner of our Mod Shop giveaway. As a quick reminder, the winner gets to design their very own custom Mod Shop Acoustasonic Telecaster, just like the one I'm holding here. Remember, though, if you don't win, you can still design your own Acoustasonic Telecaster in the Mod Shop anytime. So go and check that out. Build your own guitar. Build one for a friend. It'd be a lovely gift. It'd be a great gift even for a stranger. Probably even better for a stranger, really. Now, the winner of the Mod Shop Acoustasonic Telecaster giveaway is, drumroll please, everybody, Dan R.
Woo!
There you go. Give it the Marvin Gaye whoop.
Woo!
Congrats, Dan. Enjoy it. I know you will, because I know I've been enjoying this one. Okay, back to Motown. Earlier, Floyd, you were talking about the influence that this style has had on you as an artist. Do you have a song of your own that we could hear that's influenced by the Motown sound?
Yeah, this song I wrote called Rodeo. And I like it so much just because there's a lot of chromaticism and things like that.
Yes, we talked about that last week.
Yeah, along with the embellishments and things that go along with the Motown guitar sound. So I definitely wanted to kind of play that, if that's all right.
It's all yours.
Sarah smiles, but now she cries. On Rodeo Drive, on Rodeo Drive. seated for two, she boos and whoos, but the palm trees never lie. They never lie. Melancholy sunsets, yeah. Are we having fun yet? I miss you more than the beach, yeah. You never leave your Ray-Bans, and all your friends got spray tans, and it's so uncanny that I still love, that I still love, I do, yeah, that I still love you, baby girl, that I still love, I do, yeah.
There we go.
Beautiful. I love that. Love the Sarah Smiles reference at the opening there.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I love
Very-
Hall & Oates, man. Big
It's a
Hall &
clever
Oates.
line. I also like the line, the spray tans line, the humor in that. No. But it reminds me, it reminds me of Smokey Robinson, his lyrics.
Yeah.
There's a
I
very,
love Smokey.
that winking, humorous rhyme scheme that he developed very quickly as a writer that I think caught the attention of Bob Dylan, the Beatles, a lot of the top
Right.
songwriters. They all talked about Smokey, and that's another Motown influence that I'm getting from that. So thank you
That's the
very
highest
much.
honor. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much for sharing that song. It's beautifully written. Floyd, are there any modern pop or R&B, soul, funk, hip hop artists out there today who you think are carrying the Motown sound or the torch while keeping it new and exciting?
Definitely Bruno. Obviously, I think Bruno
Right.
he's gone through the ranks and has really gone through different eras and bringing that back in a new way, which I think is really cool. Anderson .Paak, I think has that real kind of sly but also really hip hop edge to the things that he's saying and bringing, and kind of like Heard It Through the Grapevine kind of energy in his lyrics and songs. And last one I would say is this guy Nick Hakim, who's amazing.
I'll have to check him out. I don't know. Yeah.
He's great. Really soulful stuff. Kind of has like his voice sounds like if Marvin and John Lennon had lunch.
I'm in. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah,
The
really cool
guy
stuff.
I've been digging for the past few years is Leon Bridges out of Dallas.
Love Leon, yeah.
And his sound, it's neo soul for sure, but it kind of covers a range of the classic soul stuff, not one particular era. He kind of moves around a little bit. But yeah, there are a lot of artists out there. But yeah, the Bruno Mars thing is just so obvious because he's such a great entertainer in that tradition. There's a few more questions. This one, Floyd, comes from Eileen D, and she's asking, Floyd, would you marry me even though I'm an old lady?
I'm down. I have no no obligations.
Sure.
Let's just call them obligations.
All right. There you go. Well, then, congratulations to you, Eileen. And Sherry Hoyer is asking, what are the most important things to know when beginning to play this style in terms of scales, or are there techniques? Like if a student were to come to you, Floyd, and say, hey, I'd like to learn how to play in the Motown style, where would you start that student?
I think I would start with blues, then go to gospel, which includes a lot more of the embellishments on the chords that already exist in the Motown sound, because a lot of what they're doing is mimicking the bass line or harmonizing with the bass line sometimes in different octaves and fourths and fifths and things like that. So I would definitely look at some of the blues players like Albert King for sure. More recently, Gary Clark has some really cool things. That are very harmonic and rhythmic. So starting from there and then going to gospel, kind of John P. Key and Fred Hammond and things like that. But that's definitely a good place to start.
Fred Hammond, that stuff, there's a lot of that chromatic movement shows up too in that gospel music too. And then you'll notice like, oh, that's a hook that exists in this Motown record.
Right,
So that's
exactly.
a great answer.
Exactly.
So on that note, we're gonna get to the homework. I think it's time we get there. If you're tuning in for the first time, we're all about learning guitar here, and that means we like to give you guys some things to work on at home once the episode is over. Floyd, it's your turn to assign the homework.
So for beginners, we're going to be doing just simple major chords.
Major 7 chords.
Major 7 chords. Eugene, thank you. Major 7 chords. You guys are a little bit more advanced than that. I got to give you guys credit. Then we're going to be doing the chorus for Let's Get It On. And that's for our intermediate. And for advanced, you guys are just going to be finding a Motown song that really speaks to you and learning to play and sing it.
Love it. Play and sing us your favorite Motown song. That's fantastic. Now, I think it's about time we bring out our old pal, the lesson guru, the Burgundy Bear himself, Dylan, for some exciting play updates. Welcome, Dylan. Where are you, buddy?
Hey, how you guys? This is a great show, you guys. This is fantastic.
You know, Dylan, I'd say thank you, but that level of surprise in your voice is a little hurtful.
You know what? I'm still reeling because I cannot believe that Eileen is ditching me and things are over. I've known her. She's a community member for a long time.
I didn't know you were getting on, man.
I got no Dear John letter, nothing. So congratulations, Floyd. My loss is your gain, I guess.
Oh, man.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
That's great. All right, now Dylan, what do you have? What guitar do you have? And let's hear it. Describe it.
Yeah, I think it's Fender Strat Ultra Day is what it is. So
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Just
right?
like okay, and that's in like a natural.
it's a
blonde
natural finish. It's highly glossy, as you can see. I check my reflection every morning in it, make sure I look good. It's got the S1 switching. So if you're not familiar with that, definitely check it out. I'll play a little bit on it. Let's see.
You know,
That's it?
but that
all you get?
one chord, Dylan, you're allowed to use your nose if you need to.
Oh yeah, let's see.
At some point, just to cover a bass. All right, now Dylan, what have you got for us today?
So yeah, today's an awesome day because I have this incredible shirt on. I don't know if you can see it. It's the Burgundy Bear T-shirt.
May I say that of all the Fender swag I have, the wearable swag, that is my favorite of all the shirts.
There's something about the fabric. It's lovely.
Really cozy, really cozy. Yeah.
Well, it's 40% off. It's 40% off. So you guys definitely want to head over to the Fender apparel shop. Check it out. Use the code Motown 40. That's Motown 40 to get 40% off this incredible Burgundy Bear T-shirt. So yeah, check that out. The deal is for the next 24 hours. It's only in the U.S., so make sure you get over there fast. Grab it.
Very, very cool.
You guys ready to hear who won this week's Fender Play giveaway? I know we're giving away a lot of stuff today, so it's pretty exciting. We've got a totally new giveaway, so scratch the other one. Congratulations, Dan. Moving on. Now, it's time for the Fender Play giveaway. So this is basically every week we give away something to a lucky Fender Play subscriber who gets at least 3 streaks. A streak is 3 7-minute sessions. Gets a streak. A streak is a 7-minute session that you basically build on Fender Play by spending 7 minutes with Fender Play. You get a streak. 3. Let me try this one more time. 3 7-minute sessions give you 1 streak, and as many streaks as you get entered into this contest automatically, and we get to call your name out. So, is everybody ready to hear who's winner this week?
I think I'm ready. Floyd,
All right.
are you ready?
I'm very ready.
Floyd, all right. So here we go. My dog's ready. Let's do it. Give me a little bit of noise. Come on. Ah, that's it. It's Dirk P. Dirk
Yeah.
P. Ladies and gentlemen, Dirk P. Congratulations, Dirk. Let's see what you get. Make sure you
Way to
post
go,
it.
Dirk. Yeah, make sure you post it, Dirk. Enjoy your new guitar, bass, amp, whatever it is you choose. Dylan, what else do you have for us?
Yeah, so we've got some new songs on play, always adding new stuff, so make sure you guys stick around and check it out. One of the new songs is our producer's sending me a little message to make sure I say this right. Self-Esteem That's a full song version of Self-Esteem, and that's by the band The Offspring. Not as much known for their Motown series, but this is one of their bigger hits. So it's got this cool lick in it, which is from the Phrygian dominant scale. So if you ever wanted to like raise a snake out of a, anyways, it's a really cool lick. The other one that we've got that's a new song that's on the site is Act Naturally by Buck Owens. So that's... Anyways, I'm not going to put you through the singing, but it's got a really cool 1 in 5 bass line thing going on with the chords. So it's definitely one to check out. Again, his Motown collection is not as well known, but you guys should definitely check out Buck Owens too. It's worth the rounding of your musical palette.
Thank you very much. That's a good point there. You can go from the deep R&B sounds of Motown to the Bakersfield beat of Buck Owens and Act Naturally.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I like the tone on that.
That one was for you, Don Rich. Thank you, Dylan. And also a huge thank you to Floyd Fuji for stopping by and performing some Motown tunes with us, sharing your own song, Rodeo Drive. Beautiful song. Thank you so much for being here, Floyd. We really appreciate it.
Great host, man.
Great job, you guys.
Fantastic friend of the show. Floyd, tell us what you have going on these days. Where can we hear you? What are you working on? Let's hear it.
Yeah, you can hear all of my music at Spotify, Apple Music, title just Floyd Fuji, Floyd like Mayweather, Fuji like Japan. And I just released a song last week called June. That's out everywhere. Really cool song. Check it out. And I have a project called Black Pontiac that is coming out in 2 months. So,
all right, you're a busy man. You keep producing. Well, everybody, go check out Floyd Fuji on all those spots, and keep your eye out for more music from him. Everybody, please keep practicing, keep safe, and we'll see you next time. Everybody, out on a G chord. Ready?